Hi, I'm Dr. Pratik Berry, and I want to tell you a story. I have adopted and raised 5 children who were all born fetal alcohol and crack addicted. All of them, as a result, deal with, um, live with being on the spectrum and all of that brings. My daughter Fatima doesn't have ADHD. ADHD has her. And sometimes she needs a little help focusing and reminding to be focused. Now, those of you who struggle with ADHD and anything else along the spectrum, um, I can only empathize with you. But this is not about you. This is about the people who live with people who are on the spectrum. Um, we have a list of things that needed to be done yesterday, and somewhere in the midst of that list, Fatima got sidetracked by the things that were in one of her closets, and she decided that it was a good time to clean out the closet and organize, and the word organize should never be put in a sentence with Fatima. Um, so she decided to pull those things out and do that. Well, I said, yeah, but you got to get these other things done because when I get up and get upstairs by 5, I need to be ready to do the finishing on all of those things that you started. Well, she's like putting her heels in, and I'm going to do this right now, and I'll do that later. I said, well, Fatima, you know your later is iffy, and I've got a full day of work tomorrow, and a lot of it requires that I be online working with companies and people all over the world, which means it's a shutdown in the house on the internet and everything else during those hours. Well, she says, I'm going to get it done. So then, somewhere around 2:30 in the morning, and my alarm is scheduled for 4 because I figure I'm going to sleep in today. I'm getting me an extra hour. 2:30, I hear the machine over my head humming. Well, this sewing room is above my bedroom. Fatima's sewing machine is downstairs. So I'm like, well, what's going on? I call her, what's going on? She said, oh, my machine's not working. Translation, it hasn't been maintained or cleaned. Because when I mentioned it, she forgot. So, or she didn't forget. She got distracted. So I said, yeah, but that's over my head. She said, yeah. I'm just going to finish these up. I'm like, yeah, no. You're over my head. And the sound of a machine rumbling over my head is not a good look for somebody who's had a TBI. So she said, okay, I'll get up early. That's a whole nother conversation. Here's the thing. When you live with and work with people who have all kinds of differences, because we all do. In fact, the greatest area of diversity is not how we look or how we worship or our politics. It's how we process information. And every last one of us is wired so amazingly, brilliantly, beautifully that we have to figure out not only how to live within our own head, but how to live with one another. I used the time at 2:30 to just read some articles that I wanted to read, and I breathed through it, and I was fine. And then I came up here and found out that Fatima was using my emerald green Coats and Clark thread for something that required the white. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. And we're going to be all right through love. I'm asking those of you who live with and struggle through yourselves to give yourself as much love and grace as you give to everyone else. I love you.